What's up, Kings? It's Keefe. People feel entitled to like so many things in our lives, right? And including relationships. We don't put in any work and then we think we just deserve these things, whether it's jobs or relationships or health, whatever it is. And when it comes to relationships, I don't even think I'm at the place where I've earned the right to have a really successful relationship because I've still got work to do on myself. In fact, that's what that video I made, the staying single in your 20s video I made a couple months back, was all about. That video is about saying, look, it's not about 30 years old as this magic date to get married or get into a relationship or whatever. The point is, spend your time focusing on making yourself worthwhile, because most guys get the whole order out of whack and it ends up screwing their lives up. So what I want to do in this video is talk about 6 signs that you're not ready for a relationship, because we need to get these things taken care of to make sure that you can actually get the relationship you want. Because if you want this great relationship, nobody wants the relationship where they get cheated on and they're heartbroken and the whole thing goes bad. But in order to make sure that doesn't happen, you need to have a few things out of the way in first. So that's what we're going to get into in this video. Now, before that, go and hit the subscribe button and bell icon if you're a guy who's out there who's looking to be that high-value, ideal version of himself. That's what this channel is all about, helping you become that guy. Now, let's get into it. So the first thing is you have no established career path or income source, okay? The number one reason that people don't end up staying in marriages, that divorces happen, is because of poor financial situations. And most guys just aren't willing to put in the time to make this thing work. And most girls who are worth a damn aren't going to be willing to be with some guy who doesn't have his crap together in this area. You need a plan to pay the bills. What a man does is provide and protect. We've all heard that before, and you can't really do either of those if you don't have any money, okay? And even if you do manage to get some girl, you're going to be in a really stressful situation, and you're not going to excel to the level you could be because your focus is going to be completely distracted. I remember when I had my real estate career kind of working out, and I still had so much to learn, and I don't know if it would have completely worked out, but I definitely know that starting a relationship with a girl did not help in that situation. It completely distracted me from my goals, which is why it's important to get this thing up and running. So many guys will tell themselves that it doesn't matter, they can do both things, but I've just seen it from experience how many guys have blown their vision for their lives and their opportunities to succeed for a girl. So seriously, just wait. You need to get your career and your finances in order, because this will help you be respected by the woman, and it'll make sure that you can have your cake and eat it too, rather than just being broke with a girl who doesn't respect you because you're not doing anything with your life. Second thing is you haven't tamed your inner simp. Every guy has that part of him that just gets super mushy when he gets around a girl. Like, a girl starts liking him and all of a sudden he throws away everything that mattered to him. He stops talking to his friends. He spends all his attention on this girl. He just says yes to whatever she wants. He has absolutely no spine. And that's your inner simp coming out. And guys, becoming this guy, not having that part of yourself under control, have not at least recognized that it's there and that it causes you to think irrationally and make bad decisions and just start being a bitch. You stop acting like a dude. It's a recipe for a disaster. It's a recipe for heartbreak, okay? Because here's the thing. The girl got into the relationship with the guy who was actually a dude at the beginning. And then you turn into some bitch in the middle of the relationship and you don't understand why she's not interested in you anymore. If you dated a girl and she gained 100 pounds, would you still be interested? No. So it's like, you got to keep acting like the right guy. And so look, I think most guys, especially if you were not somebody who was very popular with the girls when you were young, I think we all have that part of ourselves. And then we live in this world that kind of promotes us to be feminine focused, everything's about the girl and getting this girl and all these kinds of things. And so it just leads us to act like bitches in these situations, and it's pathetic, and you need to get your crap together on this, because it will seriously destroy you in every way. I've seen so many guys, and I've done this to some degree too, throw everything out the window to keep some girl, and then it just blows up in their face. That part of you seriously can destroy you. There are people who will commit suicide over girls because they just got so caught up in it emotionally. This part can destroy you. So you need to recognize it, and then you need to do a few things to make sure that it doesn't control you. One of the best things you can do is take a step back, commit to a certain amount of time before you're going to get into a committed relationship. Commit to being non-exclusive for a certain amount of time, because that'll mean that you can see everything more clearly. So you can pay attention to the red flags rather than ignore them, and you can also recognize you need to get yourself to a place where you have options. Because if you don't have options, of course, you're going to be obsessive about the one option that you have. So once you recognize, okay, I have options, and you take that step back and detach and are clear thinking, then suddenly you can start to not be that kind of guy. It's also probably going to require some inner work on your part. You know, you might have some issues in there, like some unworthiness, some feeling of needing that validation that's really coming out. You need to take a look at that in yourself and work on that. And you're also probably going to need number 3 on this list, which is learn intersexual dynamics. Guys, you have to learn how to succeed at something if you want to get good results at it. You can't expect to win at something if you don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to shoot a basketball, you're not going to score a bunch, right? If you tried to start a business, but you knew nothing about business, you wouldn't succeed in business. Same with your health. If you don't know how to diet and you're just like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, like maybe you could starve yourself and lose some, but honestly, you wouldn't get the results you want for damn sure. Most people, if you don't learn how to do something, you're not going to get a result at it. It's just that obvious, and yet everybody seems to just hop into relationships and think they know everything about them, think there's some guru about them. It's like, dude, go learn how this actually works. Learn about the psychology behind it. You'll save yourself so much trouble, and you'll keep yourself from turning into that inner simp. You can learn how to work on that. You can learn how to recognize things, how to act like a man in a relationship, all these things, and save yourself so much trouble. Learn intersexual dynamics. The 4th thing is you haven't found your passion yet. Guys, you need something that you love to do in your life, and it's a lot easier to find that when you're single because it's completely up to you. You're not over here like, gee, I need to ask the wife or the girl or whatever if I can do it, or she wants your attention and all this stuff, and she's usually trying to keep you away from these things. It's a lot easier to find that passion when you're single, when it's completely up to you, when you're not trying to negotiate with some girl and keep some girl happy or something like that. And finding this passion is going to make you a more attractive person. It's going to make you a more interesting person because you're going to have something to talk about. And combined with that, it's also going to keep you from being so needy because you'll have something to be happy about other than just the girl in your life. You'll have something to sink your teeth into. So if the girl's being flaky for a while, you can just sink your teeth into what you're passionate about so that you don't start chasing after her and all this kind of stuff. It's super important to have something that really matters to you other than the girl because it'll just keep you clear-headed. The 5th thing is you haven't developed a vision for your future. There's really no reason to be in a relationship if you don't even know where you're going in life because all it can do at that point is hold you back. Like, you have to know what the heck you want to do with your life. Like, that's really important. A man's supposed to lead. Like, how can your girl trust you if you don't even know where you're going in life? It's so important to get clear on a vision for the future because that's also going to help you determine if a girl's a good fit for you rather than just picking whoever, because that's a great way to wind up in mediocrity. So many guys have no plan for their lives. They don't know where they want to go in life. They're just kind of getting by. They get a girl and then they just get wifed up to them and they just turn mediocre, completely mediocre. They have no goals for the rest of their lives after that. They don't have any plan for their future. They just accepted this little part and now they're stuck in this rut and they never really fulfill their potential. You need to know where you're going in life so you can see if the girl's even a good fit for you to begin with. And the 6th thing is you're not clear on what you even want in a girlfriend. Most guys, the way this works is a girl starts showing interest in them and they just wife her up. That's immediately it because they just don't get enough attention from girls. So a girl shows them interest. They're scared they're going to lose her. They just cuff her. They just want some girl around them, right? But they haven't taken the time to sit down and think like, okay, what do I actually want out of someone in a relationship? And even more importantly, what do I not want out of that person? And then asking yourself the question like, who do I need to be in that situation, right? Like if I got these expectations for this girl, I got to meet her as the kind of guy that she would be looking for in that situation. So when you do that, you can get clear, and now you're not just going to be accepting of whatever, you're going to be qualifying, and that puts you in a position where you're not needy. It's more attractive. You look like you've actually got some self-worth rather than just accepting the scraps that fall in your lap. You need to be clear on the things you want out of your life, and this is certainly one of those things. Now guys, the next video you're going to want to watch is this one right here, and if you got something out of this video, give me a like and hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.